Yeah.
So this is something I wrote, was it like a month ago or so? April 1st. Yeah. So basically it's just a Python script, and it uses the DEX Screeners API to look at the biggest pools. So it may not have every pool, but it's got most of the pools. And super easy to use. Again, it's like I say, run a Python script. I know like a lot of people, if you never did it before, it sounds scary, but it's super simple. You just like download Python. So like Windows, Python, install, Google for that, download the version of Python. It's super easy. Just run the setup. And then once you install it, you got to use command line. So another scary thing, but really it's super, super simple. Once you open a command terminal on Windows, Linux, Mac, whatever you're using, and you have Python installed, you just /, which means run the program, and then lp.py. And it is this. So once you download this, just this text here, this has the pools and stuff that I put in there of hex liquidity, different pairs and all that. And you can, I'll show the command is, I have an online way to run it right here. I'll show you too, but you can get the number of liquidity. So even a month ago when I was putting this as demo values, it was 4 million. And we'll check it here in a minute, but I think it's much less than 4 million right now, even for Hedron and Hex as well. So you can get the number that's for Hedron, get the number that's for Hex, either one, or you can use the track command. And the track command just says, based on a certain threshold, and you can adjust this in the code as well, based on whatever threshold you set, tell me in the terminal. So it'll give you an alert. Basically you just leave the terminal open, leave this running, and then from time to time, just check it and see like what alerts came on. But if LP goes down by like 8% in a big swing, it'll tell you, last time I checked, it was at this amount, and now it's changed by 8 or 9 or 10%, whatever threshold you put. And all that, you can adjust in the code. You can say check LP every 60 seconds. You can say check if the alert, you can get alerts on 0.3%, 0.03%, 15%, 25%, whatever you want to do. So, and let me know if there's any questions while I'm talking about this too, but I'll just demo it. So this is just a online Python deal. You just do a quick sign up for the disposal email address. You can run Python scripts online as well. It's replit.com. That's what I use for a lot of demos. And I'm just saying Python, run this script. I've already put the script in here. I've already copied the code over. And so if I just run it like this, it'll say, okay, here's how you run it. Here's the usage. You give me a get or track command, and you tell me what you want to get or track, just as I explained a second ago. So if I say get X, it will talk to DEX Screener, query the pools, add them up, and tell us we got 13 million LP in the major pools. And I'm pretty sure that was 18 million like a week or two ago when I checked it. Pretty sure. So it's already went down significant percent there. And if you say get Hedron, then we got the 3.2. That's basically what I pasted in the chat a few minutes ago. And if you want to track it, which, it's kind of a long for a demo, but we'll just do track hex. And then the default values, right now it's set at every minute. It will pull and see if it's changed by 0.03%. Not very useful. That is just kind of like good for testing and stuff. If you really want to see bigger swings, you can say 5%. You can change this to pull it every 6 hours and see if there's more than a 15% change within 6 hours. Maybe that's the kind of indicator stuff you're looking for. But you can adjust all this, and that's how you can track the Hex and Hedron LP. And I've been using it to track it for the last few weeks since I wrote the script on and off.
Sparky was asking, can it be run on in Terminal on a Mac?
Yes, you can run it on Mac. As long as you have Python installed, you can run it on Mac, Windows, Linux, doesn't matter. So yeah, definitely.
And you mentioned there, 13.4 million left USD?
Yep, that's what it says from these pools. So it's looking at the USDC, it's looking at WETH, it's looking at Hex Hedron pool, DAI pool. So all the major pools, it's got like 6 pools or something in here, 6 or 7 pools. It's looking at those and just adding them up and giving you that number. And I'm doing track again. Oh, see, there you go. Now so every minute it'll say how much it changed, and it'll give you an alert. It'll be like, alert, if it changed above your threshold, whatever you set the threshold to.
Mm-hmm.
So
the liquidity is shrinking?
Over the last few weeks, it has shrank apparently, because I'm pretty sure it was much more than this a few weeks ago. I don't have exact numbers, but I'm pretty sure when I was writing this wiki page, even Hedron, you see a month ago, it was at 4 million. I don't have the demo for Hex, but I think it was 18 million
Wow.
Don't quote me, but I think it was. So we can see at least a little bit at a time, maybe some smaller swings, maybe some bigger ones, but that's stuff you can track with automation and code and scripts. And it's been my name of the game doing PulseChain validator stuff. I've been full swing writing automation for people to try to figure this out. If they can run commands and install Python and do stuff like this.
Okay, so Hex Toshi says query last 90 minutes pre Richard Hart tweet. Are you able to do that?
Not with the script. If I had it running, I don't have it running right now. Funny enough, I had left it running for a while just to get alerts and stuff. But if I had it running an hour or two ago before the tweet happened, and so if I would have did like track here and I would have left it running before the tweet happened, then you might have seen LP being pulled. If it would have been pulled, it would have told you right there. So if you run the script now, I guess the moral of the story is, if you run the script now and you pay attention to it, if you believe mainnet is launching soon and you check it every once in a while, check it for alerts, maybe it gives you an indicator. Yeah, maybe not, but this is one way to track LP.